my channel, Mammals, and my strangers. It's so wonderful to have you here on Yankee. We're on the cargo deck, and I just felt like sitting here and swinging with you whilst I read from the Bible lesson for this week. This time it's on the subject of soul with a capital S. And I think we'll find it an interesting, we only can read 4 and 5, sections 4 and 5, because you will all, I think, fall asleep if I read the whole lesson, but you can find it yourself in the description and read from beginning to end. Anyway, we're going to read these 2 sections and see what we think. Okay, so in section 4, the Bible, Job. Lo, all these things which worketh God oft times with man, to bring back his soul from the pit, to be enlightened with the light of the living. And in the book of Luke, and it came to pass that as he was come nigh unto Jericho, a certain blind man sat by the wayside begging. And he cried, saying, Jesus, thou Son of David, have mercy on me. And they which went before him rebuked him that he should hold his peace. But he cried so much the more, Thou Son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood and commanded him to be brought unto him. And when he was come near, he asked him, saying, What wilt thou that I should do unto thee? And he said, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Receive thy sight. Thy faith hath saved thee. And immediately he received his sight, and followed him, and glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, gave praise unto God. And then in Science and Health, Key to the Scriptures, by Mary Baker Eddy, she says, whatever is governed by God is never for an instant deprived of the light and might of intelligence and life. Knowing that soul and its attributes were forever manifest through man, the Master healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, hearing to the deaf, feet to the lame, thus bringing to light the scientific action of the divine mind on human minds and bodies, and giving a better understanding of soul and salvation. Jesus healed sickness and sin by one and the same metaphysical process. Like the great exemplar, the healer should speak to disease as one having authority over it, leaving soul to master the false evidences of the corporeal senses, and to assert its claim over mortality and disease. The same principle cures both sin and sickness. The Christ-like understanding of scientific being and the divine healing includes a perfect principle and idea, perfect God and perfect man, as the basis of thought and demonstration. Neither age nor accident can interfere with the senses of soul, and there are no other real senses. If it were possible for the real senses of man to be injured, soul could reproduce them in all their perfection, but they cannot be disturbed nor destroyed, since they exist in immortal mind, not in matter. Sight, hearing, all the spiritual senses of man are eternal. They cannot be lost. Their reality and immortality are in spirit and understanding, not in matter, hence their permanence. And then in section 5, in the Bible, Leviticus, We shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, no, not we, well, yes, but ye, ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. And I will walk among you, and will be your God, and ye shall be my people. Isaiah. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. 1 Corinthians. As it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. Romans. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit, that we are the children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. Then in Science and Health, Key to the Scriptures, Mary Baker Eddy writes, material sense does not unfold the facts of existence, but spiritual sense lifts human consciousness into eternal truth. Even though you aver the material senses are indispensable to man's existence or entity, you must change the human concept of life and must at length know yourself spiritually and scientifically. The evidence of the existence of spirit, soul, is palpable only to spiritual sense and is not apparent to the material senses, which cognize only that which is the opposite of spirit. To material sense, the unreal is the real, until this sense is corrected by Christian science. Spiritual sense, contradicting the material senses, involves intuition, hope, faith, understanding, fruition, reality. Spiritual ideas lead up to their divine origin, God, and to the spiritual sense of being. Christ illustrates that blending with God, his divine principle, which gives man dominion over all the earth. Soul can never reflect anything inferior to spirit. Man is the expression of soul. That's all I can read today. I'm so sorry. I'd love to go on, but I think it's enough and for a video in YouTube. And don't you love just every word? It really brings us into a new understanding of ourselves, doesn't it? And it's the true understanding. So we're all protected in that beauty and that goodness and that strength and that power. Have a wonderful afternoon, starting now.